Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. Okay, for today's video, we are checking out a band called, well, hang on, I can't pronounce this. Azimut 19. Yeah, that's the name of the band, Azimut 19.
Are they Turkish?
I don't know. It sounds like it should be Turkish. I'm not actually sure where they're from. We are going to be doing a song called Anger Plague. Maybe I should have called the song, made the band name Anger Plague.
Yeah.
Song Azimut 19. I'm
Again,
not sure.
two words that you wouldn't splice together.
Yeah, it doesn't grab you. If you saw Azimut 19 on a poster, you're not really going to kind of go out there and go, "Oh, I've got to check that band out."
Azimut 19.
Yeah, that sounds either like a space program or
Virus.
some sort of fortified building in a war.
Oh, it's a yacht. It's quite a popular model of a yacht, the Azimut Grand 19.
Anger Plague then's better. Yes, you're right, Dave.
I was just wondering, does Azimut translate into like COVID or something in a foreign language? Maybe that's what it is. It's COVID-19. And it stands for virus, maybe, or
If we were a lot
named
richer, we would
yachts.
know what an Azimut 19 is, but
You
We're
can't
not
call a
millionaires.
band after a model of a yacht, surely.
I don't know.
oh, they're on Encyclopedia Metal. Anyway, I don't want to look too much into because that will sway my.
Yeah, we can look at it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go check out this video. Now, we won't be, we don't pause it, but we do have to chop up the video. So if you are just wanting to watch the video, please do just go and watch it on their normal YouTube. But if you'd like to know what we think about it, please do stick around till the end. Let's do it. Okay, Azimut 19. I don't know why I said it in that accent. Azimut. I don't know why I was going with that.
Are we sure the 19's part of it? Because it wasn't on the kick drum logo.
Don't know. That's how it's. That's on
Yeah,
their
it is.
official video.
On Encyclopedia Metallum, it is there. But on the logo, they don't have the 19, so that's quite confusing.
Yeah. Andy.
Yeah. We talked about band names a lot. Maybe Azimut means something, but you stick the 19 on it, as Kirk discovered, is a model of a yacht, which is very, very strange. Did you say Anger Plague?
Yeah.
Was the name of the track? I mean, that's cool, isn't it? That grabbed you. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. And first of all, great location for a video. I thought the look of the video was excellent. You're sure with your sort of knowledge of doing this kind of thing, it looked like there was early on, especially the shot of the guitarist, the grey-haired guy. I don't think that was on location. That looked like it was, sort of put in afterwards in the studio. But the majority of it was set out in the desert somewhere. But there's probably were some sort of post-production things going on there. Yeah, melodic death metal track, wasn't it? I like the guy's vocals. Early on there was sort of two different styles in the death metal delivery, and then he was sort of raspier in the choruses. So he's varying it up as well, keeping it interesting. Otherwise, it could get monotonous. But he mixed up the vocals, which I really liked. The guitars were a little bit too keyboardy, if that's a term for me at times. I'd have liked sort of more traditional guitar tone for the majority of the track, and then perhaps have what sounds like a keyboard sort of brought in at some points, or even have a keyboard accompanying the music, or being brought into the band. Speaking of the guitarist, I liked his solo because it was sort of complemented the song without being he wasn't showboating and showing off. I'm sure he could play more technical solo, but what he'd done there was more of like a harmony, which really suited the track. I thought the bass player needed, to look at the brief about what he should have been wearing. He was in like a checkered trucker's cap and jacket.
Yeah.
He looks a bit out of place, to be honest. With the
looks like he should have been in the band Clutch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not difficult, is it? Just we're all going to be in black for this video, guys. That would have made it just look a little bit more polished and everything. But yeah, it's a good example of melodic death metal. Nothing groundbreaking, but a decent enough track. But for me, the video was the sort of highlight. That looked really, really good. There was the we've talked before about, does it need, do the cut scenes that go away from the performance of the artist need to mean anything? I don't think this one did. It's almost like the Grim Reaper death figure, sort of hooded with a big stick. He would just sort of appeared occasionally. There was no sort of story element, but it was just a cool image, just to break up the guys performing in the desert. But overall, another really good, enjoyable video for us to review this morning. It's been a good session. Not something I'll probably sort of explore any further, but decent track, particularly the video.
Like all Russian bands, the vocalists just put their life on the line. They're so aggressive, it's intimidating. Every time I review a metal album from Russia, I just know the vocals are going to be ferocious. And if anything, he's probably deserves... No, that's the wrong word. I think he's in the wrong band. I'm getting the higher register textures of melodic death metal. It's not even death metal, is it? The music. They're just playing Iron Maiden riffs, really, aren't they? With a harmonizer pedal. Good rhythmic quality to it. But those vocals are just... They're almost wasted on a song like that. You want to put that in a darker form of music. And what's interesting when you get this type of metal, it does give you energy, doesn't it? And it does give you a lot of light and actually a bit of self-belief. And I find that often I'm not looking for that in a metal song because I'm getting aggressive vocals. I want the music to match it, and it doesn't. But on the other hand, I can understand why people will like this. It's not my type of metal. It's one of my least favorite of the subgenres. Yet that doesn't mean that I'm blind to why people can like this music. It's just not for me. I think, it's dominated by the vocals. I couldn't really remember much in there. Even the guitar solo didn't really stand out. So I wouldn't be listening to that again. But I will say, I understand why people do like it. And if anything, it does give you an uplift if you want that from this type of music. That's not what I'm looking for.
Okay. I actually really like the track. My favourite thing was actually the thing I didn't like listening to, but I thought was a really good decision by the band, which was the chorus vocals. Because it instantly, when I was listening to it, I was thinking almost like you with that kind of guitar riff and that sort of tempo and stuff, I'm going, okay, kill switch, engage, heavy vocals. And then when the chorus kicked in and it's all very much clean melody, I'm thinking, clean vocals are going to kick in here. Oh, he hasn't gone clean vocal. He's gone harsher. I was like, okay, yeah, you haven't gone the obvious route. You've gone to a much darker place vocally with a much more aggression on it. I'm like, that's cool. You haven't done what I expected. And then when the midsection came in the breakdown, I'm like, okay, where it's going to come? Here comes the solo. We know the solo's coming. And there's the solo. I was like, so they followed a lot of the formulaic elements that I was expecting, but I really liked the fact they didn't do that on the vocals. However, if it had been clean vocals, I probably would listen to it more because I'm more inclined with those clean vocals. It's more my style. But I like the integrity of not following that standard route. Liked the video, thought that was cool. Yeah, I generally was impressed by the band, but just not too sure who they're marketing themselves towards. With the fact that because they haven't gone that clean vocal route, they've kind of alienated that kind of clean metalcore and deathcore element and some of the death metal genres, but they've kind of gone for almost a black metal vocal on the chorus without having the black metal musicianship. So you're not quite sure who they're targeting as their sort of genre audience. So it can mean that, I mean, look at what we've all kind of said, but we're like, yeah, I'm not sure if I would check them out again. We all quite liked them, but we liked elements of it, but not enough to kind of fully commit to that band. I was having a look at the band name, so Azimut, which is weird because it's actually Italian, Azimut. The Russian is actually Azimut with an H at the end, if you were to translate it. And it actually stands for the direction of a celestial object from the observer expressed from an angular distance from north or south. So some sort of, celestial object in the sky. And weirdly, there was a celestial object in 2019 called Borisov above Russia. And it was an observed point. So I'm wondering if there's something around the 19 in this Borisov actually means something to them, which is why Azimut 19 is something that relates, because it was on the 8th of December 2019. That was a comet. So I'm wondering if there's something like that is what that relates, because celestial object on the 2019, did it mean something to the band? I can't find anything more on that. I haven't had enough time to really deep dive, but I'd love to know from the band's point of view where that came about, because obviously they haven't put it on the kick drum, but why is the 19? Was that where the formation of it all kind of came out? When did they form? Anyone? The first full length came in 2023, and they didn't form since they've only been together since 2022. So last year they formed.
You think this type of music is more enjoyable live than on record? That's certainly the experience I've had. Whenever I see a melodic death metal band live, I'm always like, this is good. You know, you're holding a beer, watching the guitar players. There's a good energy in the room. I just never seem to get that on record. I can't replicate that live experience that I have when I'm listening to something on record.
Good question. Didn't get the idea of anger plague from that video, though.
We don't even know what that is, though, do we?
No, I mean, if that's the song title, Anger Plague, and they're in a desert, I'm not quite...
What is a plague?
They didn't really explain it in the video. If you were to turn the music off and had no lyrics and you just had that song title, you would never guess that video, what that video is about at all.
Yeah. You're right to mention Kill Switch Engage. There's certainly that element to their music, wasn't there? If anything, you know, we've been
picking.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think this was 2023. If this was from, say, an American band put out a song like that, you'd be shocked to find that it was released in 2023. You'd just think 2007, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 2007. Yeah. Interesting. There we go. Azimut 19. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on a video sometime very soon. Take care.